You did it again. You hit the snooze button 3 times, and then you had to scramble to get ready for work. You forgot your lunch and maybe forgot other things as well. You feel like you're behind the 8 ball yet again. Your morning routine can impact the rest of your day. It's time to stop crawling out of bed last minute and hoping you have a great day. In today's show, I'm putting together all of the elements of the Choose Happy morning routine, and it's time to start implementing it into your everyday routine, in case you haven't started that yet. Come on in. It's time to make your mornings much better. It's time to choose happy. Hey girlfriend, welcome to the Choose Happy with Marie show. Do you want to stop seeing the negative every day and have the time and energy to do what you want? Are you finally done with the limiting stories and the fear that stands in your way of living a happy life? Does negative self-talk sabotage your self-confidence? Hi, I'm Marie. For the majority of my life, I lived in negativity that was often labeled as depression. My breakthrough happened when I broke free from the negative thinking and I learned the power of choosing happy. In this podcast, you will find tangible ways to ditch the negativity, improve your self-esteem, and take action for what you really want for your life. No more guilt, no more people pleasing. Let's do this. We are choosing happy. Hello, how are you? I hope you're having a good start to September. We're settling into our new routines with my 2 young adult kids in university, and the fall weather is starting to happen here in Canada. It is beautiful to see the leaves change color, but I'm not exactly welcoming the cold weather that we're starting to see overnight. So I know it's always so hard for me to say goodbye to the warm weather. Today, we are going to put together all of the elements that are in the Choose Happy morning routine checklist. This free resource was sent out to Choose Happy Insider members on August 26th. If you would like it, send me an email at marie@choosehappywithmarie.com with the subject line checklist, and I will get that out to you. Please note, this is the last call out to get this free resource. All right, let's dig in. The Choose Happy morning routine checklist is something I created over the summer to help me make sure that I had a healthy morning routine to start my day. And I find it's been really helpful to make sure that I fill my cup first before I start being there for my family and for my job. So what it is, the Choose Happy morning routine checklist is a 1-pager, and it's to be used 1 page per month. There are 31 days. Each day, you complete the different elements in the morning routine, and then you check off that day. It's really powerful to do those check marks, so please do that. Don't just say, yeah, I did it, and take the time to use a pen or pencil and do a check mark. Check marks are powerful because it tells our brain that we've accomplished something already, and that feeling of accomplishment helps to empower us as we go on living the rest of our day. So it's really important to do that for yourself. You will give yourself 3 things each morning using this checklist. The first, the gift of movement. The second, the gift of taking the time to listen. And third, the gift of taking the time to think. All right, let's briefly dig into these 3 elements. The first one, the gift of movement. In episode 48, I talked about the benefits of morning walks, including how taking a walk can help ditch the negativity if you do find yourself waking up and thinking negative thoughts. To checkmark this element, you can do another activity that moves your body, not just walking. What matters is that you move your body. See episode 48 for more details. Links to these episodes will be in the show notes. The next element, the gift of taking time to listen. In episode 49, I introduced you to the listening element, and I talked about why it matters to take the time to listen to our inner self. and the ways that we could do this, and questions that you can use to reconnect with yourself during this time in your morning routine. See episode 49 for details. The third element, the gift of taking the time to think. This is in episode 50. We reviewed the thinking element of the Choose Happy morning routine, why it matters, and I gave you ideas of what you can do during that time. See episode 50 for more details. So, why does it matter to do these things every morning? Why don't we just have more sleep? We all could use more sleep, right? Well, I used to sleep in, and I'd get up when my kids would get up, and I enjoyed that snuggle time, although it's been a while, when those moments happened. What I didn't enjoy was the immediate demands on me within seconds of waking up. That's not a great way of waking up. I had heard about the importance of morning routines and getting up early, but really, I was so tired I couldn't even imagine getting up earlier than I needed to. Maybe you can relate to feeling this way as well. So, what changed? What made me finally give morning routines a try? Well, I had had enough with chasing my day, of being in a reactive mode. That is a negative mode. I was responding to other people's demands of me, and I had no time or energy from what I wanted from the day. Evenings would come around and I would have done nothing for me. And I definitely had no energy to do anything in the evening beyond what I needed to do for my family. I would find myself vegging in front of the television, catching up on the latest show, just because I needed to veg out. Or scrolling through social media, which I now realize only added to the negativity I was feeling because I was already feeling so tired. Maybe you can relate. When we are tired, our tendency towards seeing the negative increases, and that's a dangerous slope. When we are constantly giving to others and nothing to ourselves, we are depleting us every day. We are hurting ourselves without realizing it. And my apologies if using the words hurting ourselves is a bit extreme. I don't mean to do it that way, but I feel sometimes we need to use extreme words to wake us up, to trigger us to stop putting ourselves second after others. Yes, we love our families. We also love ourselves. And when we love ourselves, when we do kind things for ourselves, we show up as a better person to our families and in other areas in our life. So stop chasing your day. Stop living your life in a reactive mode where you always feel like you're behind the eighth ball. Give to yourself every day and do this in your morning routine. It was only when I changed how I saw my time did positive changes start happening in my life. When I took time out for me in the mornings, I felt happier, less resentful against others. If you do decide to take back your early morning time and do the suggested activities that are on the Choose Happy morning routine checklist, this is what you'll get. These are the benefits and the results you'll get. Where you move your body and you get outside with a morning walk. You will take the time to listen to you, to your innermost thoughts, and you will learn something new every day. Imagine it. How does that make you feel? Happier, perhaps? So, what is going to stand in your way? For some of you, I'm going to tell it like it is, you won't follow through. And it can be for various reasons. You could have really busy mornings tending to your family. If that is the case, you have to wake up earlier. Or you could feel unmotivated to do this. If that is the case, I recommend you start with 15 minutes for each element and put a timer on. Yes, I set a timer, and follow through. Don't stop until the timer goes up. It will be up to you to follow through. I'm not in your home reminding you to do it. So other elements that I didn't write in the checklist, but I may add to it. I'm kind of assuming that you already do this, but if you need a friendly reminder, I can definitely put it in the checklist. The first one is it's important that we eat a healthy breakfast. That is important. And secondly, drink a glass of water before your morning beverage. I don't know if you recall the episode that I did on that. I can't recall the episode number right now, but I'll put it in the show notes, where I had suggested that we create this habit of having a glass of water before we have our coffee and tea in the morning. So I'll put a link to that episode in the show notes. Now, the third part is the monthly section of this one-pager. There are 3 different things. The first one, it's called This Month I Will Advance. This section is about identifying one thing that you want to take action on that month. So for example, if you're using it for the month of September, what is one thing that if you took action on this month, you would be really happy that you followed through? Yes, there's lots of things that need to get done. There's always something to do, but that's not what this section is about. This is about identifying one thing that really matters to you. By listing it here on this one-pager, you are making yourself accountable for following through. You will see it every day when you check mark the elements of taking the time to move, listen, and think. So you will see it every day. The second part that is monthly related is called Notes Reminders. Now this is where you write whatever you need to remember for that month. It could be appointments, things that you must do in your life. No more saying that you forgot. Write it down. Stop setting yourself up to fail. Sorry, again, I'm a bit extreme there, but sometimes we have to get extreme to just realize that change is needed. So take this section of this one-pager to write the notes and reminders that you need for the month, for example, for the month of September. And the third area, which I really like because I'm truly inspired by quotes and affirmation, is an inspiring quote and or affirmation space. Is there a favorite quote that is your go-to quote? If so, this is the perfect place to write it. You will see it every day as you do your different elements. You can also use this space to write something that resonates with you. You can find quotes online, or you can see the quotes that I email to Choose Happy Insiders every week. There's always a quote in my weekly email to you. And there's also quotes in the Choose Happy Facebook group. I also put quotes with nice backgrounds there as well to inspire us for the week. If you're wondering, I have no idea what quote to use, here's an example. Here's an idea that really resonated with me that I put on my September one-pager. And it's a quote by Aristotle. And it goes by like this. You may have heard it before. Here we go. We are what we repeatedly do. I'll repeat that. We are what we repeatedly do. Anyways, there's a quote. If it resonates with you, you can start with this quote or find another one that resonates with you. So this quote really resonated with me because I wanted to remind myself that I get to choose what I do, and whatever I choose to do is what I become. If you're waking up last minute and running to get ready for work or tending to your family without giving yourself any time for you, you're not filling your cup. You're not getting yourself ready to be the best self to live your day. And when you take care of yourself first, you'll show up in your life as a different version of you, as the better self of you, because you've given to you. So this space, you can also write an affirmation, as I mentioned. It's just something that resonates with you and will inspire you for the month. It could be something that you're working with to help rewrite any specific negative self-talk that is standing in your way. Starting with a positive morning affirmation, it's been really powerful for me. I do have an affirmation I have the Choose Happy affirmation card deck. That is my go-to affirmations. And sometimes I write new ones, actually. I write new ones all the time. When you pick an affirmation and you say it every day for like a time period of a month, it really helps. Repetition matters. Now, if you're looking for an affirmation to help bring this new habit of having a morning routine into your daily life, I wrote this affirmation. And if it resonates with you, you are welcome to write it down in that space. Here it is. I hold the power to choose happy in living my everyday life. I wake up early for me to fill my cup first. I'll repeat it. I hold the power to choose happy in living my everyday life. I wake up early for me to fill my cup first. I'll say it a third time and you're welcome to say it with me. I hold the power to choose happy in living my everyday life. I wake up early for me to fill my cup first. Well, that's it. That's the new Choose Happy morning routine checklist, a key tool for you to use on your own Choose Happy journey. It really has been life-changing for me to have this morning routine in place. It took me time to get used to getting up earlier and making this time for me. I also had to train my family to respect these activities that I wanted to do for myself, to go for a walk, to write in my journal, and to advance what matters to me. In my case, continuously improving my self-development knowledge. That is what I do during my thinking time. Remember, you are not being selfish to take this early morning time for what you want and need. On an airplane, the flight attendant tells us to put our oxygen mask on first before helping others in case of an emergency. If we are always taking care of everyone else's needs before our own, we can become stressed out and resentful to those we love without even realizing it. By doing these activities for you, you are giving yourself a daily gift. If you have any questions on using this checklist, please reach out via email. This is the best way to communicate with me, as I do limit my time on social media. And yes, I answer every email from my listeners, just in case you were wondering. Reminder, this is the last call out to receive this free resource. We will be moving on to other topics as of next week. Send me an email if you would like to have it. My email address will be in the show notes. I hope this checklist will help you have a better, healthier start to your days, where you put yourself first, where you fill your own cup before helping others. Wishing you a wonderful week, choosing happy. Cheers! I hope today's episode empowered you to choose happy as you live your upcoming week. Do you want to help others choose happy? Forward this episode to a friend or a family member that may benefit from it as well. You can also leave a review for the show on your favorite podcast app. Doing this will help the show be found in the search bar on the app. Remember to sign up to become a Choose Happy Insider, where you will receive free resources as they become available. Link is in the show's notes. Thank you for listening. Take good care and see you next week.